Well, we're finally here. We've walked the dusty trail and ended up at the destination. After a year of toiling away at the game and throwing my whole chest into marketing it, we're launching the Kickstarter. And it feels weird and bittersweet because this chapter of game development is closing, but a new chapter is opening. And I'm excited, but also a little scared for what comes next. If you're new here, my name's Josh Chambers. I'm the co-creator of Layers Deep, a Metroidvania about an onion lost in a subterranean wonderland full of spooky creatures, crazy characters, secrets, bosses, all kinds of stuff. And today, right now, we just launched a Kickstarter to fund that game. But before we get into all that, I'm gonna get into how I got here and what you should expect if you one day decide to chase your dream of creating a game or a comic or a film or really anything. First, let me tell you how we started, with a dream and ambition and a boatload of ignorance. I'll spare you the details of the entire story, but instead let me start at when we knew this game was special and we knew we had to do everything we can to make it happen. So me and my co-dev Eric, we had first just finished the first section of the game. The gameplay loop was starting to make sense, the world was starting to feel real. The ideas we had for where the game could go, it was all kind of there. We ended up remaking the first section anyway, but everything started to feel a little real, and we could pick up the game and play it. And we were like, okay, hold on, this is actually a blast, and we're really enjoying this. We figured, okay, we got something special here. We think this could be successful. So we started really putting our backs into it and crunching so that we could deliver something to show for this game properly so that people could see our vision. We tried experimenting with mechanics, ended up adding a grapple hook, got really into the idea, started making rooms with the grappling hook. We're like, what if you can grapple the head of an enemy? And we just got swept away into development and started adding as many cool features as we could think of. Game development, when you're firing on all cylinders and the creative juices are flowing and the code is working and it just kind of starts to feel like you're effortlessly making this game, that's a high that most developers chase throughout their entire career. And we were definitely feeling it. But then reality started to kind of set in, and I realized I was running out of money pretty fast. When I looked up from my computer screen to my bank account, I realized, oh, the good times might not be rolling forever. It's tough when you get really into making a game, and then you start to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and you start to see everything it can be, and you're topping Reddit pages with your posts, and people are telling you that they love the game and it's great and they can't wait to play it, only to be met with a big brick wall that seems nearly impenetrable. And you're like, how am I going to get past this? People want to play the game. I love this game. This can be huge if only this brick wall wasn't here. Luckily, we have a plan. We spent the entire year that I was living off my saving to build up a solid foundation for this game so that when we finally needed to make a bunch of content, we could leisurely walk this game to the finish line. And we've made it to that point so far. But we need a roof over our heads, our collaborators need to be paid, so we're going to launch a Kickstarter and build this game with a community of people. With funding, we can finally focus on filling this game with amazing content and turning it into something very special and unique. Thank you guys so much for hearing my story, and I hope this is just the beginning and we can form a community and build this game into something amazing. Link to the Kickstarters in the description, and in case you haven't seen it yet, here's a trailer for Layers Deep.
Climbing on mountaintops, I stepped and heard the ice crack, slipped right into a crevasse, gave up hope and cut my rope, and then I fell in love with George W. Clooney. George W. Clooney. Yeah, da, 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 da. George W. Clooney. Da, 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 da. George W. Clooney. Yeah. for knowing things